got to add Red Eye.
You got
to add Red Eye to that list.
Oh yeah, Red Eye.
Red Eye was 5 before he even had a chance.
Red Eye.
Radiant team banned.
You write like a 4th grader.
Oh, I'm writing from a very awkward position here, Ben. Anyone else? Has anyone else been fired?
Dakota got fired theoretically from the Shanghai.
That's true, in a parallel universe.
Actually, he didn't do anything wrong. Everyone else got fired.
I know, but that's the thing, though, is that no matter what you wish for, you know, it's still going to end up the same way. It's destined to happen. Shanghai was just destined.
Someone's going to look at that and go, what the fuck is TC doing up there?
Oh. Finish the rest of his name.
No.
Finish the rest of his name.
No, he just swear doesn't mean you're fired.
He just said the F word.
That doesn't mean you're fired.
Tobe, do you want your name written with a Y or an I?
It's always a Y when you don't actually put like.
You're fired. I don't care. We don't employ you. We'll write your name however the fuck we want. Toby with an I. Anyway, the draft has begun. We can get into a bit of Dota. We've got Planet Dog versus Mousesports, best of 3.
Oh crap, that went over Dota TV, didn't it? Hi, Dota TV!
Oh, am I in Dota TV? Oh, I hope. Oh, yeah, this is the one we get paid.
You've got to be in Dota TV.
This is my Valve game, You're ruining my Valve game.
See, this is just like, this is all about getting all the play-by-play casters fired one by one.
I'm saying
my master plan is coming together, boys.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Well, here we have it. And but yeah, indeed, a big shout out to everyone watching in Dota TV. And a reminder that if you are, come and join us on the stream as well for a bit of fun, as you can see our beautiful faces for the time being. We'll probably cover ourselves over in a minute with the draft. We've got Planet Dog versus Mousesports. This is game 1 of the best of 3. Winner to go on to play against Danish Spread today, I believe, isn't it, Toes? The winner bracket happens today.
Winner's bracket happens today. This is to avoid the issues which happened last time.
Yeah, this is different to last year.
Yeah,
last major.
Because the last qualifiers, it was the winner's bracket final was the first game of the second day of playoffs. And then the team who lost in the winner's bracket final dropped down to the lower bracket final, and then they also lost there. So it was deemed a bit of a crap show to have.
You can swear, you're already fired.
Yeah, you're already fired.
Yay! It was deemed a shit show.
It was a bit of a poop show.
Because you had a team who was very depressed after losing, and then they were forced to like look at it and go, I got to play another 2 series to actually qualify for TI. So it was a disadvantage to actually go through the winner's bracket, where you could have had the lower bracket matchup, and it'll be the same kind of run.
Yeah, and now we've got pretty much the best way to do the 2 days, really.
Yeah, so we do the winner's bracket final today, but there's only one team that gets through from the European playoffs. So
that's true. So you win the winner's bracket final, you're not going to TI, you are just going straight to the best of 5.
Yeah, you'll play the last game of the last day of the qualifiers, and wait for the lower bracket lower final as well as the first final and lower bracket final to be played out. That's it.
Okay. Well, here we have it. Drafts well underway. Planet Dog opening with the Night Stalker bat combination. And Mousesports, with that first pick, Nature's Prophet, we're certainly seeing it be a hero that some teams are really liking. Definitely a love-hate relationship a lot of teams seem to have with the hero. Some teams not touching it at all, but first pick, it is a bold move, isn't it?
Mouse went 1 and 2 to start off, and then they started picking Nature's Prophet, and then they finished off 7 and 3.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
So it's not a bold move for them, it's a sensible move.
Most teams actually first mana versus them.
It works better for Mousesports with the way they just play. Like, it's always having that extra man, always having the reinforcements behind, and giving him the push elements to just take out the early towers. But I also prefer Planet Dog's response to it. Night Stalker plus Bat Rider. You have the Battle for Vision. You can try and track down the Prophet. Both Night Stalker and Bat Rider give great vision.
Yeah, generally, I feel like a lot of EU Nature's Prophets are kind of passive, and they just kind of sit in the lane, make sure that the supports can't zone them, and just kind of get their farm. But Mousesports play a very, very active, like that vintage Nature's Prophets. It's like, yo, let's see a sprout opportunity. I don't care if it's on the mid lane, the off lane, safe lane, we're going to go there, we're going to get some kills.
Oh, and they're definitely going to do that with this as well. The silencer pickup. So if they do see the opportunities, as you say, they can just drop that global, make sure that it's very hard for Planet Dog to react to those sort of moves from Mousesports. And I like it. I like what Mousesports are doing here. But as you said, yeah, in terms of dealing with the Nature's Prophet, Planet Dog definitely have answers already with the first 2. We'll see how they continue to go. Lycan, Shakira being banned out by the pool by Mouse, Lifestealer and Legion, taken away by Planet Dog, obviously looking to lead with the Legion in mind, take away those heroes that can be very pesky to play against when you're trying to go for the big lassos. As Mousesports, in terms of saves, the global is the only real big one, if someone gets jumped on by the bat at the moment.
But it doesn't save you from the lasso, right?
True, but it makes it gives that little bit of time where even though you've lassoed a target, the rest of the team can't contribute to killing him whilst in the last.
I think Curse is just really good at slowing down the Batrider's game in general, though.
Okay.
Like, you can't actually win the lane really hard because of you can't stack napalms as easily with the Curse. So I also think that Batrider used to counter these heroes like Nature's Prophet before talents, but Nature's Prophet's talents are so good that you can actually just straight tank Batrider nowadays. Because Batrider's talents aren't nearly as good as MP's. MP's has, I think, one of the most ridiculous trees.
AA from Planet Dog coming through. A hero ever since Epicenter that's been back on the rise. And it's here once again.
Ben doesn't like it though.
No, I don't.
You're not a fan of the
I
AA,
think
are you?
MP dumpsters this hero in lane. And I think you can just put like any, like MP plus any hero and dumpster Ancient Apparition plus whoever they have in their safe lane.
And if Night Stalker then doesn't get a half-decent start, then you're running 2 supports who are going to have very little impact in the game.
Yeah. And Silencer, I think, like, if Silencer's under-leveled and under-farmed, he's still okay. Like, he still does stuff. But Ancient Apparition and Night Stalker, if they don't have a good start, they are very...
And you can craft your last 2 cores of Mousesports, one core, around it for Planet Dog. Like, you know what you're up against. You can...
Yeah.
I almost feel like Planet Dog, like, keeping their mid and their safe lane secret, like, that's nice. But their main initiators, like, you're already very well aware what they're capable of. And what if they just decide to get aggressive, even heavier against the Batrider? I don't know if Mousesports will, like, even drag out the Slark. Are we really making Nature's Prophet the policeman now? We saw that. Like, can you get away with a... okay, never mind. It's a safe lane Venomancer. Good luck getting Blink Daggers off as well.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice pick from Mouse here.
Good vision hero to counter Night Stalker too.
Yeah, that's true. Makes it very hard for him to get the jump in.
They can really beat into towers, both Treants, Plague Wards.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even matter you don't have like a proper building hitter. Just the minion army, which cannot be instantly countered.
I mean, so far with Dog's lineup, that means that Firefly will often have to be spent trying to draw aggro off creep waves, because AA is terrible at anti-push, Night Stalker's terrible at anti-push.
So Firefly doesn't really drag back Nature's Prophet Treants or affect Venomancer wards.
Right, but at the very least he's going to have to do anti-push, and now a Slark into that.
Oh my god, that safe lane is so awful.
Yeah.
Well, this AA Night Stalker Slark.
That is just
horrendous. Can they do safe lane? Like, at this point, don't you just have to say, like, the Slark and AA have to work together as a dual off lane against the Venomancer? I'm not saying it's
even worse.
I'm not saying it's any better.
I don't know.
But right now, like, your lane is going to be arse. So, and if you leave the Venomancer alone, he's going to hit the Power Spark exactly what he wants to.
I don't think you can stop him.
Like, the Batrider's going to die if he goes to the off lane.
Slark is also going to get completely destroyed by Global 9 times out of 10.
Yeah,
they want that nighttime synergy.
Hard game to
I
play.
mean, yeah, that is a cute synergy. Slark does have 1800 night vision. Night Stalker will be permanent night, but I don't think that Planet Dog are going to...
I mean, I guess...
What's the Hallelujah pick? Like, there's got to be something
that, like, fixes it, like, brings it all together.
Yeah.
For Planet. I mean, they've got must obviously have a plan. They know what to do with this final pick, but...
It's like if they pick up something like a DK right now and just be like, you know, Mousesports win.
So the ban the next...
Oh, wait, are they getting an Ember? Oh, no, that just counts the Batrider.
I mean, Invoker's still in the pool, isn't he?
Too slow.
Way too slow.
That's not going to do anything for them?
You need a hard fighter pretty early.
Okay.
Puck would have been really good.
Puck would have been good.
Yeah, you can't, because you can't go Temple Assassin. She gets wrecked by so many things here. What else is your hard fighters you get mid early on?
I mean, was Shadow Fiend still in the pool?
5 seconds remaining.
Shadow Fiend's alright. He can actually kill the Venom Wards, which I think is a big plus.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Radiant team.
Owns a Queen in lane.
Yeah, and I guess in terms of things that are going to kill the Viper, there's not a lot until Nature's Prophet gets his items.
And does not care at all about Arcane Curse.
If Mouse watched Danish Bears, they might go for like the early Silver Edge on Queen. I think he went Shreds, Orchid, Silver Edge, and owns Viper.
Do you think it's worthwhile actually switching Venomancer into like a support role, so you get a core which is a lot better against the Viper?
I think he's still playing safe.
Yes,
because you have this Nature's Prophet.
You are just obsessed with Veno Jungle. I'm never playing PUBG.
Not on Radiant. Not on Radiant.
Oh my god.
Only on Dire. He's way too good on Dire.
I mean, I would feel a little bit concerned about Veno being the core if you didn't have a Nature's Prophet who scales well and turns on early.
Would you be a little worried that, I mean, you can kind of see why they picked the Slark, maybe in the sense that Mouse, they don't have a single stun on their lineup. It's only kind of damage over time, silences. There's no stun, there's no sort of real lockdown other than Sprout. at the moment. Maybe they'll rectify that with his final pick, but you know, that could be something that Planet Dog are looking at and saying, well, that's good. That's good news for us.
Potentially,
10
yeah.
seconds remaining.
Still have a support pick though.
Yeah, we'll see if they do get something to
5 seconds
fill that gap.
remaining.
Some sort of
Yeah,
strong
not bad.
catch.
Spirit Breaker.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my God, this awful.
I mean, this
Planet
Slark
Dog's
is
safe
going to
lane
be
is-
run at. Yeah, these lanes could get very nasty for Planet Dog. I mean, the Viper in the mid lane, definitely something that should do okay, but the side lanes, it's going to be nasty.
I think even the mid lane is suspect to getting ganked though because of the NP plus Spirit Breaker. Like, these two heroes can be anywhere really quickly.
That's true, but I don't think they should waste time with
I don't think they need to. Just ignore Viper.
You just look to destroy the Slark and such early on.
pretty
Just
much.
don't lose the lane super bad.
I mean, I do have faith in the Planet Dog pick. You know, Swift Ending, Slark, that is one of his big heroes.
I think that's his best hero.
I think it is, isn't it? So,
Either
so
that or
he knows
Lifestealer.
when to play it. I'm sure he's made the call. He said this is a game that I'm going to feel comfortable. But we'll have to see. Yeah, Planet Dog can do it. Obviously, having a very admirable run in the group stage of the seeding playoffs. But overall, is everyone, you're all feeling that you just feel that Mousesports' lineup just makes more sense?
Mousesports have insanely good lanes.
Yeah.
They have amazing push, which I don't believe there's any way to really stop it, and the D push is too weak in my mind from Planet Dog.
That's right, yeah, because the Viper doesn't really have too much in deep push at all.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
not.
like you're talking about like Batrider having to commit Firefly to keep the creep waves off, and then how ineffective that's going to be.
Their lanes are just awful.
Yeah,
Like
pretty much.
Slark AA is
Like, if
probably one of the
Mousesports
worst
lose
things.
this game, they probably only have themselves to blame because the laning phase should go wonderfully for them. If it doesn't, something went horribly, horribly wrong.
And it looks like straight off the bat, there's not going to be any sort of aggressive situation going on for Planet Dog. They are going to keep Swift up on the top lane. So he will have that matchup as expected.
I'll let you enjoy the cast for now, boys.
You going to go, you two?
I'll be watching.
Okay.
I'll be watching.
We'll let you two have you've been on a few games already. You had a
We'll be
bit
back.
of a morning. We'll see you for the draft for the
We're
next
on our
round.
bill now.
We're on our bill, Ben.
Can you say that for two people?
You absolutely can.
Oh,
You
okay.
can be. Well, no, actually, sorry, I lie.
You lied?
You're right. Actually, on your bill is. You're on your bill.
What if we're collectively one entity,
But we're not, Ben.
but we're like a group?
And I don't know what kind of science experiments you've got planned, but I'd rather stay my own entity, Ben.
Have you heard of the humans?
I was the German doctor.
30 seconds to battle.
Ew. Okay.
Here we go, Ben. This is. I mean, it's going to be interesting to watch. As you said, laning stage. It's going to be hard mode for Planet Dog.
Yeah, laning phase will be rough. Once they get 6, like on Bat, on AA, on Night Stalker, then things will be a little bit better. And Quap can't destroy her lane. I think that lane is just impossible for Quap.
But likewise, I mean, talking about Swift Ending, Slark Thugs, Queen of Pain, definitely one of his best heroes. And if not, I believe after interviews we've had at Dreamlink, so it's definitely one of his favorite heroes to play in that mid lane. So he'll certainly have a lot of confidence despite the unfavorable 1v1 heads up with Viper. And we'll see how it goes. And just to quickly run through the rest of the players and who we've got going on in this match. We've got MNT on Spirit Breaker, Skylark, of course, on the Nature's Prophet. Down bottom, Madara playing that safe lane Venno, supported by Spartan's Silencer. And over on the other side, 3-3 on the off lane, Batrider. Mid lane will be manned up by Kiza on his Viper. Kiza. I always get them all wrong. Milan on the Night Stalker roaming around. J4 on the support AA. And last but not least, of course, Swift Ending on the Slark. And already, MNT hanging up on top with Skylark. And we'll see how much they can get done. Milan and J4 having to stick very close by to the Slark to make sure that he gets the space in the early stages.
Already skilled at level 1. Chilling Touch. No corrosive skin yet, actually, on Kaiser. I think you actually do more damage if you just skill, like, you do more damage than the Shadow Strike if you just skill up Nether Toxin. I'm not quite sure.
It's got to be close, I'd imagine. It can be very strong, level 1 and 1. Talk about being very strong, level 1. Here's the jump in. With that Chilling Touch, they'll take themselves first blood.
Easy.
Making the lane work, having that extra bit of punch early on.
Yeah, even with the boots, he still caught him with the pounce. Nicely played. Maybe next time also got the greater bash first, which is good if you're trading with supports, but if you're actually worried about your partner dying, I think charge is better. Oh, not a good start for them.
Absolutely not. Yeah, when you're committing 2 heroes to this lane and you're letting their lives go, and
He also only summoned 1 tree.
oh,
That's pretty sad.
next level plays, man. I'm sure there's a reason.
Yeah, it's called there weren't 2 trees there.
Let's check.
If you have quick cast on, like the radius of the area of the tree gets larger and larger. So if you have quick cast on, you actually might have trouble. Clicking on 2 trees.
So look at this, the offlaner leaving the lane for a sneaky courier snipe, and he gets it. Skylark finds the Dire's courier. 3-3 is there. He doesn't actually have a TP for 15 seconds, his Skylark.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
And yeah, so he may have got the TP, sorry, the courier, but he's almost certainly going to pay with his life. So
Hit the clarity at least. Actually, clarity's almost done.
With 5 seconds?
Yeah, he's dead.
6 stacks of the napalm, and he just accepts his fate. So that's your offlaner going down to the other offlaner. You did get the courier, but I've got to feel that overall that's more worth it for Planet Dog, or is it really big to take? You think it's that big to take the bottom away?
You get like 1,000 gold away from the...
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. I forgot I've broken that list.
And they have the Spear Breaker up there to already...
Okay.
And your
Getting
NP, so you don't actually need a TP back to the lane. Or if you do, you can just TP back up there. You don't have to do a Walk of Shame.
So,
for most heroes.
Yeah, easy 1,000 gold, I guess, as you say.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the bat will be happy that he got something out of it, but, yeah, okay, overall team.
Is Queen going to die?
It's close.
Remember when Nether Talks or Corrosive Skin used to have global range?
Oh, and it just kept reprocking with,
well, you couldn't outrange it. Like right now, Doug's more than 1,400 range away. Oh, and he gets a region. Oh my god.
And they've got a charge on Keyser here. We'll see what they can do. They're bringing Skylark in as well. They're looking to make something happen here. Doug going in with the Shadow Strike. They've got the bash. Have they got the damage to bring him down? He'll pop the Fairy Fire. It's not going to be enough. The Shadow Strike poison brings him down. The gank successful. Nice movement from Skylark and MNT, and indeed, nice bit of RNG. If Thug didn't have that regen rune, that would not have happened.
Yeah, talk about some good luck there. And a DD. Pretty good too.
They're going to look at Milan as well. Give him a fair bit of a punch. You have got a charge from MNT going down towards the bottom lane because 3-3, he's getting very aggressive onto Madara. Did get the stacks up, but it looks like he may pay with his life. With the wraparound from Spartan as well, charge connects, and 3-3, he gets punished. Got a little too trigger happy there, seeing Madara in his vulnerable state, covered in the sticky napalm. But has to be aware that these reactions are going to come out from Mousesports lineup.
There are some disgusting heroes in this game. Venomancer and Viper.
Veno and Viper. In 2017, who would have thought it?
Slark's also disgusting.
True. Slark's pretty disgusting. I'd say Silence is quite disgusting as well. That's one of those annoying heroes. And, well, mid lane, Keys is going to get annoyed again. Skylark TP's across. They've got 4 heroes straight in the mid lane. Milan trying to see if he can get something out in response to almost certainly losing the Viper, and indeed they do. Can he find MNT? One more touch will do it. He does get the kill, but overall, again, it's Mousesports taking the trade 2 for 1. Doug stays alive, just about to hit onto the level 6. They'll back up, shrine up. And yeah, as Tsunami mentioned, Skylark being incredibly active with this offlane Nature's Prophet, from sniping couriers to joining mid ganks 2 times in 5 minutes, and bottom lane. The bait was successful. Again, look at Madara. He loves the napalm. He says, cover me in it, as he knows his friends will be there just in time to save him each and every time. I mean, he's got to hold back 3-3. He's getting a little too ham, and it's hurting him. It's costing him his life twice.
A disgusting hero like Venomancer probably embraces the napalm.
It does.
It makes him stronger.
Can't do these plays.
Oil monster.
Oil.
It's like those. Did you ever play WoW and like Ungoro? There's like those big like tar monsters thingies.
I don't know that. I only played Hearthstone, so I do know what you mean. The tar creatures.
Yeah, it's like those.
I get you. Yeah. But we don't talk about that game from that developer. I love you, Val. Gaming.
You're knocked off the fire list.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good
job sucking up, sir.
That's alright. I'll see you at the grand finals, man. 6
I think you need a little bit more sucking up for that.
Okay.
Just throw in like a little, 5 more.
I'll write a little love song to Gaben. Be good. 6.5 minutes in.
Oh, you can play guitar too.
I can play guitar and piano. I'll write him a little symphony.
Oh wow, you play piano? I play piano too.
Yeah, last year we have what? Well, did we have Dead Mouse last year?
Yep.
No,
that was
2
not
years
last
ago.
year, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have me next. So. I'll write a great song. Tell them I'll do it for free. Top lane, Swift Denny getting charged upon. He's level 6. It should be fine. Doesn't even need to block the Shadow Dance. Gets the pounce off. Will avoid the gank. And in terms of CS, Swift Denny, he's doing pretty well off the back of this laning stage. He's 43 CS and on the Slark. So, in all honesty, despite how bad we felt that there was the potential for the lanes to go, it's not been that terrible, really, for Planet Dog.
Nope. I think it's been really bad for the Viper.
Yeah. Okay.
Viper was meant to, I would say, probably have like 1,000 net worth lead over the Quaff right now. But right now he's struggling in levels.
Look at this.
Top lane, yep. It is his hero, as you mentioned.
He nearly had the chance to get himself out, but it wasn't going to be the case. Yeah, Swift Denny. I think you've got to be worried about this Slark. They need to get together and do more of these movements, and it's exactly what they're doing in the mid lane. They group up as 3. They blow the Viper up with the Sonic Wave. 3-3 has come across with J4 to see if they can find a trade. Skylark falling low.
Is under attack.
Will get taken down as the Flame Break knocks him back into the clutches of Bessie the Bat. And they will get themselves the kill. 6 for 5. Bottom lane, Madara does claim the tier 1 tower. The movements going elsewhere. We'll switch over to Network, see what the state is. And overall, as we can see, Mouse still with a very slight, but it is very slight. And pretty much that actually 1,500 down to sniping the courier and being the first team to take a tier 1 tower. Overall, Slark in a great position.
I'm not sure if he can take over this game, though.
Yeah.
You mentioned that they don't have any disables, but it's still hard for him to go on the Venomancer. Like, he has to be in the fog to regen up after the poison over.
I mean, it seems like a game where, by all means, Swift Denny is going to be able to commit, get 1-2 kills, but it's going to be very hard for him to disengage unless the rest of his team's been able to wipe out the whole side of Mousesports. It's very hard for him to duck and dive in and out.
Viper going to die again?
It looks like he could be in trouble. There is J4 hanging around, but he gets absolutely surrounded. J4 can do very little to stop this, and Keys is gone. 3-3 comes in with the lasso onto Thug. Do they actually have the damage to bring him down? They don't. He blinks away. MNT bashes 3-3 down onto the low ground. J4 turn towards. The glaives fly through his Mouse. They get themselves a second. They're even looking for a third. 3-3 ticks down to the curse. Double kill for Spartan. They do find his MNT. Thug just back in on minimal health to play around with the Arcane Aura, and he gets another bit of action there for Spartan. Triple kill for the Silencer. He's on a plus 18 at 9.5 minutes in. That is ridiculous.
He's
5-0-4
in 9 of the 10 kills. That's the dream.
That has got to be the smartest Silencer I've seen in the first 10 minutes of the game. That's crazy. 1,600 gold he had as well in his pocket after that triple. He is feeling mighty fine, Spartan, and understandably so. You know, that last fight that's bumped him ahead of this Viper. Viper, as you say, definitely struggling in this game. We wondered if they've kind of leave the mid lane be and look to put pressure onto Slark, but it looks like Mouse's game plan has just been to crush this Viper in this early stage.
He's getting charged again. He might die again.
Okay,
stop.
Yeah, he's got a bit more friends this time. 3-3 still in the neighborhood along with J4.
Once AA hits 6, I think they can actually punish them for going onto the Viper.
True. I mean, we saw in that last fight how low Mousesports did get. So an Ice Blast definitely with the potential to push them over the edge. And Mouse, they know they've got this momentum, they have this strength in this early stage, and they'll move on for more. 10 minutes, hammering down onto the tier 2 in the middle lane. What's the plan from Planet Dog? You've got Swift Denning putting some split pressure down on the bottom, but there's the jump, and they're actually going to find Milan off to the back. MNT charges across, up to the high ground, up the cliff. Milan ticking down to the curse, and a final touch from the Breaker does it. Another kill for Mouse. Mid lane, Madara laying down the ward, secures the tier 2. In fact, gets the Gale connection along with the Veil being dropped. They can go in for this one. They'll pop down the Nova. Thug jumps forward. They have an Ice Blast that connects onto Thug, but they've already lost the Viper. Cold Feet will tick in, but I think he should be fine. He's not going to fall below the threshold. Mouse get everyone out of there, and they are starting to turn the heat up, and this is when we start to see the Slark pick struggle, as there's not a lot Swift can do for his team other than split push and hope for the items when Mouse is playing this aggressive as a 5-man.
Yeah, once he gets his Shadow Blade, he can pick off, I guess, the Silencer?
But it's hard though, because of how they're grouping up. It's Mouse are playing very well around the Slark being in this game so far.
Yeah, they're playing very well around
Yeah.
the Veno too. Veno's like not, you know, he's not on his lonesome. He's not on his bill. He's just pushing towers with his team, which is good. And no one's getting picked off. Also, they're forcing the Batrider to constantly come to all these fights. Batrider is, what, 2 and 3, but he hasn't had that much time to farm, and he doesn't have his Blink Dagger. He's only halfway there, and it's 12 minutes in.
And they desperately need that Blink. Against this sort of playstyle, just having the ability to rip one
no.
away. And Doug's got to be careful how he commits. Cold Feet won't tick in. MNT, he's ready to continue this fight though. Comes in onto J4. There's the bash. J4's out and down and they're looking for more. MNT, eyes onto 3-3. There we have the jump with the Nether Bash straight onto the Batrider and they're looking to combo for more. Skylark setting up with the Sprout onto Milan. Milan straight into the tree line. He has got the jump again in a few seconds. Doug has a DD. Milan, he'll try for the TP out. He is going to make it. Only just, as he'll get back to the base. But Mouse are playing hyper aggressive as Planet Dog struggle to keep up with this pressure.
And they're going for a Hood next on Venomancer. I think Hood is extremely important versus the Viper, the Bat, and the AA. That's 3 sources of damage, and they're pretty much only going to have the right click with the Slark. But he is almost getting there. He is very high on net worth, almost Shadow Blade, and he just needs a couple of picks to accelerate into the next phase of the game. Wow, Viper actually Hood too. He is going to do no damage.
He really isn't.
But he might live.
But he might live. And it's a big might. I mean, he's going to have to deal with a fair bit of a punch coming in from this Spartan Silencer once those glaives start to get leveled up. With the amount of intel he's got.
There's a lot of pure damage.
Yeah, there really is.
That dude, you know, paint ulti. It's not going to be easy for him to survive.
Top lane Mouse, they'll take this tier 2 with no contest at all from Planet Dog. Looking to just avoid potential engagements at this stage outside of the base.
It's so hard to avoid though versus a Spirit Breaker.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
M&T been making some really nice movements this game. Getting involved time and time again. Spartan, drums on the way out. Getting together all these little items that 14 minutes in, they're also going to hit this very, very strong peak. They do, of course, still need to manage to break the high ground at least, but they've got a lot of potential to do so with all the treants and the wards, as I spoke about in the draft. Very hard for Planet Dog to deal with and clear out.
Planet Dog have set a game plan in motion though. They've set up wards around the south side of the map, and they want to take control of this jungle to try and farm this Viper back into the game. Also, Slark has a lot of space to roam. He has darkness on his side. There are a lot of towers down, so he can roam around quite freely, and he can pick off people solo farming in the jungle. So, Planet Dog have set the game plan in motion to get back in, but at the same time, they don't have any unifying items. Everyone's building for themselves at this point, and J4 is still 2-4 for the Midas on the AA. Milan has no sign of like a Vlad's or a Medallion or a Hood or a Lotus, and still no blink yet on the Batrider. His blink is coming extremely slowly.
Bottom lane. Mousesports now heading down to hold off this, and yeah, indeed, straight away, Planet Dog leave the area. Wards still remain though, no dewarding yet to occur on this side of the map from Mousesports. Swift ending, Lincoln's will be the next item coming up. And he's going to look for, but still quite a bit of time before he does have that. Just the Shadow Blade in hand at the moment.
Yeah, Lincoln's will allow him to split push, which I think is completely necessary in this game. They just need to slow it down a little bit, take it down a notch. Be good old lazy dogs. Just let the time pass. Get big, get a little bit more farmed. Let the Slark, like, once Slark gets BKB and Lincoln's, he can kind of just run in at them. True. And just cause so much havoc in the fight that everyone else can cast their spells on Planet Dog. But right now, he's just a little weak fishy.
See overall the Mouse, Networth leads continuing to slowly gain traction. 7.5 coming up. As they've still yet to slow it down massively.
I think they can threaten high ground right now.
Yeah, Doug's got this arcane room ready to go.
This is really early. This is 16 minutes in.
This is going to be the test. Have Planet Dog got what it takes to stop this sort of pressure at this stage of the game? The tier 3 falling fast. Questions are going to be asked how they could deal with this. MNT teasing away with another strike, trying to keep Planet Dog on their guard. Tier 3 down to half health. Where have we got the rest of the team? We've got 3-3 smoked up from behind. He does have that blink. So could look to try and make a big impact with the Blink Dagger reveal on the Bat Rider.
Look at Spartan's position, though. He's not in a place where he can get lassoed. Everyone's surrounding him, so he is in the perfect spot. They actually know where he is.
They do. They know he's there, but how can they get to him? 3-3 trying to come across, but straight away they see him. The global comes out. Bat gets focused. Swift ending. What can he do? He needs to find at least something. He'll jump forward onto Spartan. Will find the kill, so they get themselves the silencer, but now Swift, he's in trouble. The rest of Planet Dog dying behind him as well, as they've already lost 2. Swift will finally manage to get out of there with the pounce, but the rest of the side are struggling. J4 bursted back down by the screen from Thug. They've got the Sprout onto Kiza. He is tanky. He can't get himself away. MNT goes for the TP out. Swift Ending will punish it.
They still got the T3 though. Woof. And they had a buyback on AA, so any dreams of having items on AA is dash for the next 10-15 minutes.
But they do hold them off. You know, the racks still stay in touch. Swift Ending survives.
Losing the shrine, access to your shrines this early, like you can, think about it, you can just plot Middle Wars. You don't actually have to like even commit hard to these shrines.
Sure. I mean, it could be a lot worse.
It could be worse.
It could have been a lot worse.
They could have already lost the game.
They could have. You know, and with the 2.4k gold now on Swift, they will indeed pick up that ulti orb. And he is still top of the net worth, so Slark's doing his best to keep in the game. And in fact, he could look for some cheeky action here. It is just the 2 of them.
Oh, poor Spartan.
Do it.
Yeah,
do it. He's doing it. Straight in onto the silencer. Sees the quap go away. MNT is going to come across. In fact, yes, Swift Ending, he doesn't mess around. He just gets out of there straight away. He knows he can't stick.
Oh.
I like that control. He could have gone for the kill, but it almost certainly would have cost him his life.
Yep. Smart play. That is his hero, man. He is not yet.
He knows the limits. He knows the limits.
That was a really good Slark. Well, Spartan is maxed out on HP, a nice double earn. They're going to go back. Screw taking down their shrines. They still have the Aegis. Let's make use of it. Only 1 minute left on the Aegis, and I say 1 minute, and it's actually like 50 seconds. So the window is 1.5 waves.
Let's see what they can do with that time. Mouse, the tier 3 out of this last time. What will they get this time? MNT looks to go deep, but it will be held back by the Void. 3-3 on the sideline, silenced up immediately. MNT looking for the Nether Strike, will find it onto Milan, but the Ice Blast is coming across them, catches onto 2 Spirit Breakers down. Now the Global comes through, but Swift Ending at the Dart Pack will back off. But now Planet Dog R2 down, Mouse finding the chance to hit down onto the racks. They'll take the range, turn towards the melee, and with only 3 heroes alive, Planet Dog unable to defend the racks this time round. And Mouse, successful with the push, will make sure that they keep this momentum going very, very strong in these opening 20 minutes. 1 racks down.
They know how to play versus Slark, that's for sure. Take down all the towers, pressure high ground very, very early. And this is why I think it's like they play really well with Nature's Prophet. Like Nature's Prophet is. Ooh, is he gonna
do it? He's gonna go on to Madara. He's actually got backup as well from Milan, but Madara very, very tanky here with that Pipe of Insight. And indeed, they don't get the kill. The Shadow Dance already being used now. Swift Ending, can he get himself out of there? He's got the pounce. Do they have any way to close the gap? Doesn't look like they do. MNT, both of his spells on cooldown. Madara and Spartan going for the slow chase, but the Shadow plays back up. Swift Ending gets away. Milan will be left behind and will be found out. Oh, actually gets the deny off there. The Shadow Strike was on him, so 3-3 able to bring down his own teammate, but he will lose his own life. So they deny a little bit of golden XP there from Mousesports, but of course still as this game goes, very much Mousesports in their element at the moment. Swift Ending did survive. He is really being pushed to his limits on how hard of a game he can carry on the Slark.
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult.
It's all on him in this game.
Kaiser's nearly got the Manta Star. So again, I just looking to survivability. Trying to do as much as he can in this fight. Get that poison out. Even if the silence comes through. Can limit quite a fair bit of the punch of this Viper.
How many Vino hits does it take to kill a Shrine?
Do the math, Ben. It's,
So what,
it's,
doing,
it's
like,
about
9
6.
damage,
It
7?
looks like 6.5 because sometimes it jumps out 7, so 6 to 7. 1500 divided by 7, Ben.
Well, you want to do 6.5 or 7?
We'll go 6.5 then if you want to be all smart about it.
225-ish?
We'll go with it. I believe you, Ben.
230-ish?
Each study maths.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of hits. That's a lot of hits.
That's a lot of hits.
So we did a little bit of damage. They'll come back for more. Bottom lane though, Treants. The maths a little bit quicker with that one. Treants straight in.
Oh yeah, those things are really good. Because they do so much more damage. 36. Yeah, that's one Shrine down, and they can just wait for next Roche. And I think just slow siege because Slark with his Lincolns, he's still not going to be unstoppable in the team fight.
No, for sure. Yeah, there's not huge amounts of pressure on Mouz at all.
And
they
Mouz,
can take this game as they want.
The scarier part is that he can't actually get any free pickoffs. Usually Silencer is a free kill. Yeah,
especially with the gem just being picked up by Mouz as well. And who did they give it to? Did they give it to the MNC? Who's got... Wait, they did just buy gem. Oh, they put it on Madara. I mean, he's very, very tanky with that pipe, so understandably so. We saw last time when Swift tried to make a jump on him. There's no way they can take down that Venom quickly. So he'll be holding the gem. There's a movement coming around for the side, but the Plague Walls drop down and they spot it out straight away. Mouz knows what's up. Up on the pipe, look towards Kaiser with the Gale. Jump forth and Thug gets the scream onto 2. The Global coming out as well. Sonic Wave goes to come onto Milan, bringing him down low. Swift trying to turn, but he's getting bashed up. They'll put the Shadow Dance. He'll turn towards MNT. The Ice Blast did pass across them all, but 2 are now dead on Planet Dog. Swift ending on the retreat. J4 goes straight for the TP out. There's a charge coming in. Swift ending, urging off the bash with the Dark Pack. Still there are eyes upon him. TP across from Skylark trying to cut him off again. Can Swift Ending survive here? He's got the Shadow Blade, but Mouz, they're prepared. They have the dust. They've spotted him out. He will tick down. And they get the big bonus kill as well. Taking down Slark. They can move in on the mid lane. Slark does have buyback. Really struggling, Planet Dog, to do anything with this lineup at this stage of the game with the way the Mouz have entered this build. And now just looking for blood. On top of blood. Swift, what can he do? Thug jumps in aggressively onto J4, will find the AA. Swift Ending maybe seeing if he can find a kill in return, but the silence ticks in after the Dark Pack. He's down. Triple kill for Spartan, who 24 minutes in is sitting on 36 stolen intelligence. Mousesports cleaning up a second lane of racks. And we did feel it on the panel, but it seems like our worries did occur. Mouz just with the superior lineup, and Planet Dog leaving themselves with a very hard game to play.
They play a lot better with the MP because I think MP breeds teamwork, because you just TP the towers like, oh, he's here, we have a lot of stuff, let's just take towers, right? They need to be everywhere at once. And they're going for a last couple of kills here, but it might be taken.
Look at Madara, and in fact MNC is now being shredded by Kaiser. Milan does get dropped though. There'll be a buyback straight away from the Night Stalker. They'll turn towards Bite. I mean, they're getting some nice kills here. Thugs jumped in aggressively. They'll blink off to the sidelines. If they could find him, that would be absolutely huge. But he goes for the TP out, will make it away. So the game will not quite be over yet. Planet Dog holding in with this final set of racks up top.
Yeah, gem has been lost.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, still 16k gold lead. I mean, if they can turn this, that is going to be absolutely incredible. You're 25 minutes in to be down 2 lanes of racks when you have a lineup that is not great at all at dealing with pushing back out these creeps. It's a very long and hard road still for them.
It's time to start preparing for Megas with your item build. That's
but I mean, how do you just Maelstroms on everyone? Is there any
Maelstrom Vlads?
Maelstrom Vlads. No one's got.
Maybe some lifesteal on Viper too. Like
yeah.
I don't even know what item you go.
I saw.
Satanic? Just casual mass? Casual mass is probably actually you can go Maelstrom. On him. I don't really think you're playing for that right now, but Val's taking a save, taking on the road. End the game. Their TI birth is on the line. Not in this exact game, but this series and the next. And the next.
They're in the right direction, that's for sure.
This is what teams prepare for all year long. And to see a team squander it by being side jumping the gun and getting ahead of themselves is always a sad sight to see, because you know if the stakes weren't as high, they would probably actually win. But Mouz have been just doing gauntlet.
Mouz, a team that is sticking together through what they've been through. A lot of other teams, you know, having that sort of struggle after a major will have fallen apart, but not Mouz. They stuck together. They're now in the playoffs. As we're saying, first game of the day, looking very good for the boys here.
Oh, here they go. Bat is smoked on the top. He could get a big lasso here because of the positioning. They also have a Observer Ward in the back because they lost a gem.
Gonna get the Inferno. Global Silence comes out immediately, and MNT gets the chance to Nether Strike down the bat, charges across 3 of them. Thug jumps up to the high ground, finds the AA, 2 dead. The disarms there, dropped onto Viper. Nothing that he can do in this engagement as a double kill. Godlike streak picked up for Thug, turning towards Swift as well. No chance for the Slark. He does not have buyback, and GG, well played, is called by the side. Game 1 going to Mousesports very convincingly as well. See if we see something a bit closer in game 2, and I'm sure we'll see a very different adaptation of the draft coming out from Planet Dog, as this one just did not work out at all against what Mouz wanted to do. Mouz, they had the perfect lineup and they had the perfect team play.
Yeah, I think